Some time ago down in the Southland, there's an old Negro. And one night at an old plantation meeting where they would have their supper. Of course, I believe it's dinner to you all up here. See, you have your dinner at night. You have to, like I'm at home, man. When you talk about that dinner, I feel like I've missed a meal. Yeah, we have breakfast, dinner, and supper. If supper is my dinner, then when do I get my dinner? So, and you know, we're writing that, folks. Sure we are. Because it was the Lord's Supper, not His dinner, you know, so we were So then, down there they were having a supper on the old plantation, and there was an old Negro who gave his life to the Lord Jesus. Afterwards, I tell you, it's wonderful to hear those when they sing that old-fashioned songs, and it's such a melody as this, like this: I will arise and go to Jesus. He will embrace me in His arms. Did you ever hear a melody like that? That's the way they sang it, but oh my, the Spirit's there. It's from their heart. And at such a place, this old Negro got saved. And the next morning he was out telling the folks that he was saved and he was free. Now this was during the slavery. And he said, and it got to the plantation owner's ears. So he went out to him, he said, Mose, what's this I hear you're saying this morning among the slaves, that you're free? He said, yes, boss. He said, I'm free this morning. He said, come up to the office, Mose. He went up to the office, he said, sit down. He said, Mose, what did you say you was? He said, boss, that I'm still your slave, but that I'm free from the law of sin and death. Christ set me free last night at a little old meeting. He said, Mose, do you really mean that? I said, yes, I do, boss. He said, well, Mose, I'm going down to sign the emancipation this morning. I'll set you free as a slave. Preach the gospel to your brethren. He said, I'm a Christian too. He said, you go among your brethren and preach the gospel. After years of service, the old Negro come to his death. Many of his white brethren had gathered in to see him and shake his hands for the last time. And he was laying in a coma. And after a while, he woke up, looked around, and he said, oh, am I back to earth again? And they said, Mose, where were you? He said, oh, I just got in the door. And he said, I looked and I saw him. And he said, this old dark his heart was so thrilled, I never wanted to come this way again. And he said, while I was standing there, said there was an angel walked up and said to me, Mose, come over here. I want to give you your robe and your crown. He said, don't talk to me about robe and crown. I don't want no robe and crown. So what do you desire then, Mose, for that long life and the service you give? So just let me look at him for 1,000 years. Hallelujah. I think that's the feeling of all of us. It isn't the interest of our money and our businesses or what we do or the testimonies you give, sir. Just let me look at him. That's what I expect to do someday. Crawl up to his feet. Kiss those precious feet that was scarred for me. Let me look at him a little while.